Yeah, I'm doing great.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. It's nice seeing you, joining me on live.
Yes. Even though I
Yeah,
don't like live, I don't like this online stuff.
I know. I know.
Okay. I have to put my headphones in because I could barely hear you.
You said what?
Okay, wait. Okay. Can you hear me? Oh, yes, that's better. I have clothes on, don't
First of all,
worry.
you're looking great.
Oh, thank
First of
you.
all, you're looking great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you like us to discuss about?
Ah, whatever you want to discuss. I'm an open book.
You go. I would engage.
Oh, you put me on the spot now.
Yeah.
I, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't like being on video first, and then I don't like being on the internet.
Yeah, I understand. We talked about it.
Yes, we did. So,
What's actually okay? Maybe we can look at it from this angle. Let's just start with what's actually going on in the Western world that you find enjoyable. Good things that you find enjoyable in the Western culture.
um, that I find enjoyable. Hmm.
Yeah, because I know if I say what are the things that are wrong about it, oh, we can have thousands of things to talk about.
Well,
So I decide to flip the question.
okay. I like how we can like express ourselves any way we want, you know? And then
Yeah.
depending on where you are in America, you can it's more free than other places, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But
More
I
free to
think
express yourself.
just freedom to express yourself.
Yes, sir.
But at the end of the day, the laws there are just too much
They are, but they're kind of put in place to keep us safe, if you want to say.
to keep your people safe.
Yeah. You want me to give you an example?
Is that okay?
Okay. You know how in some places over there, you guys could just ride your bike with no helmets. It's not like a law, but over here it's a law. If you don't have a helmet, you'll get a ticket. You'll get fined because if you crash, you'll die most of the time, or you'll get seriously injured. But if you have a helmet on, then you won't really get injured as much. So it's to keep us safe
Okay.
like that.
Okay. I understand. But when it comes to the aspect of dating,
Yes.
there are also this laws that are here and there. And do you think do you think the government going into relationship, having laws for relationship and the rest of it, do you think it actually makes sense?
Yeah, yeah. In some way, again, it's to keep us safe. It's to keep us
The
safe.
laws from
Yes, in a way.
okay,
Okay,
any
let me give you.
example for that?
Yes. Okay, so say a married couple, right? Um, Now there's a law where a husband can rape grape with a G, his wife. That's a law. It can't happen. But I know over there, that's not a law. Like that's not a thing, right?
Can you hold on a bit?
Yes, sir.
How can one get married to somebody else and drape who they are living with?
Because if the woman says no, then it's no. Like nobody should force
Why would
themselves on anybody. Nobody. Even if I gave
yes, no,
you myself, you can't force yourself on me. You get it? It's the law. I mean, to me, that's there to protect women. I mean, of course, it protects men too, because some
no, it
women
doesn't
do
protect
force
men.
themselves on men. It goes both
It doesn't
ways.
protect men. I don't think
Yes,
it works both ways. I think it
it
only
does.
protects the women.
No, it can protect men too.
And I
Okay, let's say I take you, we meet at a club, and I put something in your drink, and then I take you home because now you're not okay because I put something in your drink, and I take you home and I take advantage of you. You can take me to jail for doing that. Because again, I took advantage of you.
are there people who actually shoot a woman because she put a drink? Do you have any
Oh yeah.
example? Because I haven't seen it on social media.
Oh, because social media is something else. But yeah, it happens. I have to do some research to actually show you cases that it happened. Because really, up until recently, men don't want to admit it or they don't want to come forward with this. But it happens.
Really?
Hmm.
First thing you need to understand why we proceed. When it comes to you being on live, there's a place your eyes don't go. Your eyes shouldn't go to the comments.
I was just looking too.
Don't don't ever don't
So
ever
I'm
pay
like,
attention to
what?
what people write. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe soon I'm gonna be getting I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So we touched on the aspect that men does this, but one thing I can say is when it comes to the aspect of women, you can just think about somebody and you can say it out of your head. But when I say men, you said you're going to make research on it. So that means it's a rare case.
Oh yeah, it's rare because men got this pride thing about them. They don't want to admit that they got taken advantage of by a woman. Just like if a woman scams a man, they don't really want to tell. But if a man scams a woman, of course we're gonna be like, oh, he's just this and that. It's a
Yeah.
pride thing. It's a man pride thing. Yes.
Do you think it is right for men to have their pride?
I think it's there to protect them mentally, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. It's there to protect them mentally.
Would you love a man who opens up every single time? Maybe I have this experience, this bad experience in my childhood. I have this bad experience in my relationship. I have this bad experience in work. Or do you think it is okay for a man to just man up and take charge of their lives?
Both. Both. Because if a man could take charge of his life, I mean, of course, that's automatic. I feel like a man should do that. But if a man could open up to me about everything, oh, that would be a whole new level of intimacy. You know? Like open up to me and maybe we could both come up with a solution, or you even open up to me and have a solution. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have heard about this. Do you know these guys they call fresh and fit or most of all this
Oh,
red pill community?
yes. Yes.
Yeah. Most of them have talked about this subject and they have this mindset that when a man is open to a woman, and that means she's going to see him differently.
Okay. Women,
Are you
women
thinking?
are not all this. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Are you saying this just from your perspective, or do you think that even the people around you, or people in your environment and the rest of it, or in your society, maybe 10%, they are going to see things the way you see things? That it is okay for the man to be opened up, or a lot of them will criticize men when they complain about their issues?
Um, okay. So when I talk about, I'm an older woman, right? So older
Okay.
women seem to think like each generation has its way of thinking for the most part. Again, not everybody's not all the same. So I'm speaking for, and again, not all women, because there's some women like, okay, example, you know, the kind of girl who likes to do her makeup and just thinks everything about her body and, you know, stuff like that. They have a different mind frame. They probably don't want to hear about your feelings because they don't care. You know, they probably just care about your money, which is fine because that's on them. That's what they want. And those fresh and fit guys, I feel like that's who they mainly talk about. They talk about those type of women, you know? So maybe those type, maybe, I don't know, but maybe those type of women don't like to hear about that. Maybe.
Hmm. What stage of women do you think that if a man actually wants to get married or he wants to have a, let's not even use marriage. Let's say a
Hmm.
man wants to have good relationship with a Western woman. What age gap of those women you think their minds are a little bit different, or where women begin to see things from your own perspective?
I don't know. I can't tell you that. I can't because with all of our experiences, we grow up differently. Like a 30-year-old could have a mind of a 50-year-old, you know, even a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Some of them are really mature because some of the things they've been through, but then some of them are under mature, like they're not very mature, you know,
Your answers are short today.
because you know why.
I understand. I understand.
Mhm. I learned from
Okay.
watching a lot of people's channel, you can't speak in absolute because even though people like to hear absolute, you can't speak in absolute because it triggers some people, you know?
when
It
when
triggers
when
a
you
lot.
said something, I'm going to make a statement now, and I know you're going to catch up with it. When we use the word nice and we use the word honest,
Yes.
yeah. Do you think when someone is honest, sometimes it can affect the other person that is actually listening to the person, despite the fact you request for someone being honest with you? And that's taking us back to that particular conversation we had earlier.
Okay. In order to be completely honest with somebody, you guys have to establish a level of communication, right? Now, this online stuff, there's no establishing communication. Like the level. So
Yeah.
with me, I always want people to be honest with me because I like to learn. I like to see what you think and hopefully correct your thinking if you're thinking wrong, or I don't know. I don't know.
I put you on. I put
Yes,
you on
you
the
did.
spot. You were not
You
expecting
did.
this.
Yes, you did. So yeah, I do like
It's just
people to be open up and be honest. You can do that with your emotions. That's fine too, you know? But I
with
know guys,
emotions.
yeah, guys have a hard time showing their emotions to women
I
everywhere.
think now I'm going to say something. I
Yes,
believe
sir.
you should know
Okay.
Andrew Tate.
Do you really listen to them? I can't imagine you, of all people, listening to people like that.
I listen to everybody. There was a time I pay attention just so much to Jordan B. Peterson. You know the guy?
No, I don't know him.
Oh, this guy who talked about gender pay gap and the rest of it.
Hmm.
Jordan B. Peterson. I watched Joe Rogan. Do you know about Joe
Hmm.
Rogan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I listen to everybody. And
Okay.
at some point I think that There are moments where I feel these people are giving us certain information, and you have to listen to both sides. In fact, people might be wrong in the way they see things, but you can
Yes,
learn regardless of what they are saying.
that's true. Some people,
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I
not
think
all
you
people.
that I think you have to juggle both sides of conversation to be able to
For sure.
learn.
Hmm.
But when you make a decision and you say, I don't want to listen to this kind of person, then that means you have had a conclusion in your mind, or you've actually criticized those people and you feel there's nothing good that can come out from them. What do you think
Okay,
about that?
that's true. But let me tell you, I do listen to people. I have heard Andrew Tate's, a few of his things. And again, like, it's nothing that I could learn from. Like, something, I don't understand that guy. Like, some of the things he says is like, so I feel like I can learn nothing from him except this is how some people think. That's how all I can learn from him. So I would rather not, because that guy, some people, if you listen to them, they pollute your mind. You know that, right?
True, true, true. You're
And I
right.
feel like he is a polluter. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. The book I read that says do not underestimate the power of influence. You have to be careful of the people you listen to. So
Facts.
you're right on that. But what I do is I listen to your message and I ask myself, this is what I did with Fresh and Fit. I was
Yeah.
listening to them and I saw that everyone who pays attention to them were just kind of angry at women,
Yeah.
and they felt women are the problem, and I'm just like, maybe it's time I need to quit from listening to these people. And then I moved to
Smart.
another.
Smart.
Yeah. So sometimes you just have to pay attention to the audience of those people. How are they reacting to the message?
Yeah.
Are they willing to change? Sometimes I think most of them have this mentality, and I talked about it like in your culture, in the Western culture over there, there's this statement they call gender war.
Hmm.
And for me, I don't accept it.
Yeah.
Words actually mean something.
Hmm.
We were having a conversation the other time, and I was saying this word, this particular statement means something.
Yeah.
So using the word gender war, it
Hmm.
seems as if something that is not real can become real due to the words, as in for you pronouncing it out.
That's true.
So
That's true.
yeah, in Africa, we don't believe in gender war.
That's good.
We believe in disagreement,
Hmm.
and we will learn and we will understand ourselves. Maybe that is the reason why relationship here are kind of, you can still hold on to great relationship.
Yeah.
But in the Western culture, I think I might be wrong. So I'm here to learn. I think that concept of gender war, I think that is even one of the problem that makes it look more realistic over there. And you guys might be having serious issues with that.
We do.
What's your
I
take?
would say, yeah. That's true. But I stay out of that because, again, I like to say, we're not all the same. All black women, all black Americans, we're not the same. Like, everybody is not the same everywhere you go, you know?
Mm,
And with these gender wars, I feel they keep saying this person and that person. And like, they keep making it like everybody's the same. And all men are not the same. All black men are not the same. So I stay out of the gender wars. They could do whatever they want. And if somebody wants to bring it to me like one on one, we'll talk about it from my perspective, you know. But I stay out of that. Yeah. Did your camera freeze? Hello? I don't know if I should hang up or what. um, Is anybody in the chat that want to talk to me while his camera is frozen? Okay, his camera's gone now. I think I'm gonna hang up. If nobody in the chat wants to talk to me.